Gavana wa gatuzi la Isiolo Guyo, mwakilishi wa kike Mumina Bonaya na mwakilishi wadi kutoka wadi ya kina Abdinul Jilo wamesema ni sharti jamii ya Isiolo ishirikishwe kwenye mradi inayoendelezwa na serikali kuu hapa Jiboni.
The government of Isiolo was doing adjudication in 2018. The same fellas. Same what? Members of the parliament. The senator who is now the senator for Isiolo by then was a senator. She was the one who was leading onslaught on adjudication for Isiolo people. As we are speaking, the people adjudicated their land in 2018. They've been compensated. Our people cannot be compensated because you don't have a legal document showing that that parcel of land belongs to you. Why did you lose from that? It is because their elected representative decided to move to court and stop that process. They lost the case, and an unfortunate thing, they've moved to Court of Appeal to stop the adjudication again. How do you expect Isiolo people to be compensated when they don't have a legal document? And when we are calling them for looking for solution to the problem which they created, they are snapping what? The same forum which is supposed to look for what? Solution. And the reason why the people elected us is not to parrot, is not to make noise, is to look for tangible solutions. That's the reason why we are elected. When you parrot and make noise there, what's the difference between you and the person who elected you? If you are crying for the help and the person who elected you wants solution from you, where is this community heading? It is very unfortunate. And because I have secured an appointment with the president in the coming weeks, because we want to invite President to Isiolo, I hope the two leaders will join us in that meeting and assist us to push the president to make sure that this compensation of land is being done. Because I know the National Land Commission and the NLC have locked up their mind, technically. And unless we use the higher power, these things cannot be unlocked. And I hope soon we will get a solution for that. I heard my good friend here, Commissioner, saying that in the next 2 weeks we'll get a draft report. But I'm not hopeful because I know they've already locked their mind on that. But I want to assure the great people of Isiolo, we will unlock it and people will get what they deserve. I want to speak to contractors here on challenges about the employment. You've heard what the MCA for here said, the same concern all over, from Lot 1 to Lot 2, about employment. We want all the employees who have been employed there, we want audit on it to see how many are local and how many are non-locals.
Some of these issues could probably be beyond this meeting. It might require intervention from the head of state. I agree, but I think the communities have got legitimate concerns that cannot be wished away, and as their leaders, we really want to state it here in black and white, so that it is understood at this level, even as we go forward to pursue the matter with the head of state. On compensation, Commissioner, compensation has got its rightful procedure that must be followed so that we get everything right to the level of who should be compensated and how they should be compensated and what should be compensated. But that was not done. Up to this point in time, we keep hearing that there is a Gazette notice of 1974 that indicates that there was a road reserve on this matter. but nobody has ever produced it. Nobody has ever produced it. Secondly, we moved from Gazette notice because it can't be produced. We were taken to claim of a reservation was made. This is coming from Kenya. A reservation was made. Well and good. Reservation of 12 meters. As a community, we have no problem with those 12 meters. But the issue that cannot be ignored is the fact that Kenya requires more meters, around 48 meters more, that cannot be ignored in regard to compensation to the community. And that is where due process was not undertaken. Because for such project to happen, and there is a requirement of, in this case, 48 more meters, then there needed to be a procedure to acquire land. Commissioner, that was not done. It was just brushed away. And even as we stand here, Kenya NLC is not ready to revisit that matter. Reason, we don't know. On compensation again, the comparables. Make me understand why 7 years ago, for Nuno Modogashe, a square kilometer was paid 600 Kenya shillings. And 8 years later, for Isiolo, the same square kilometer, we are paying 250 shillings. Make me understand. Even in the law of natural justice, where is justice there? And if we raise this matter, we are told the budget was never made available. We can't go back to that discussion. But these are the issues that continues to bedevil these projects. It will not go on unless we address it. So let's just be very honest with each other. Get the basics right, even if it's not in this meeting, even if it requires us to go to the head of state. Governor, kindly lead us on that. Just give an explanation to the community why they are getting 250 when 8 years ago, their brothers and sisters on the other side of the road were getting 600 shillings. I mean, why they are getting 250? And why due process was not followed for their land to be acquired procedurally, for it to be titled and adjudicated for compensation. Those are the key issues. We can't ignore it. You keep saying you follow procedures to get people employed, but your procedures must give the right, desirable outcome to the people of Isiolo. If it's not giving us 70-30%, then it's not the correct procedure. If it's not taking up our locals who are skilled, then it's not the right procedure.
Prayer that this time round we'll get it right. So listening to Dean, he raised on employment and the fact that the committees don't follow the right procedure to address their concerns when it comes to employment. I just wanted to ask CS, what are these concerns? What are the issues? Why is it that the communities are feeling cheated on matters of employment? Because there are issues that we know as leaders. And I think it would be fair if I would state it here. In terms of employment, the issues that keeps on bothering the community is on the fact that the technical or the skilled labor that is available doesn't go to the local. You are bringing people from the other side of the country. We do have surveyors, we do have engineers who are locals, but they're still jobless when we have people who are outside this county working for you.
Implementation of the project, there is a clear discrimination. We know we don't have enough qualified technical people in the rangeland, because that happened to be the rangeland for Isiolo County. Mainly ladies or women have been left out of the casual work. The last 2 years you find people trekking from their manyatas to search for work. And then It's a big observation around the committee which considers such members of the community for employment. Corruption has been reported where 10,000 shillings is being asked.
Yakijiri ya kamishna wa kaunti Isiolo Geoffrey Omoding amewataka viongozi wa kisiasa kutowachochea wananchi na badala yake kushirikiana na serikali kuu kufanikisha miradi hiyo.
I think we are handling those issues well. We are able to police that corridor with the personnel that we have without any problem. The only problem we have a few leaders who are advancing maybe their political interests. Because if we incite the community against the project, and this project, the president is really keen on this project. Because I know there's a time, early this year, I think the governor can attest to that, he wanted to come and launch this road. And there have been issues, and he has been asking when can he come and launch this project. And the PS himself called me, I think 2 weeks ago, when there was some demonstration, incited demonstration against the project. And we have said as the national government is that we would not allow interests which are parochial interests to interfere and to delay the project. Yesterday we had a meeting with the county security team. We said we are going to avail the resources and the personnel to ensure that project cannot be stopped or delayed at all. If there are issues to be addressed, the land commission issues, they can be addressed, but it cannot be slowed down by issues.